If you're sleeping on me, then wake up. It don't matter how they rate us. Either way, I'ma keep it cooking like I went and helped to raise the stakes up. Not a werewolf wearing sheep's clothes, talking about how they keep dough. Got a lot of influence, but don't use it on things like trying to feed folk. Y'all thinking I'm an amateur, I just think that y'all are immature. You can go and try to break me down, but that just shows that you're insecure. I digress, let's digest a new form of my next level of silence. Let my actions be my breath. It's time, ref, no time out. These melodies won't chime out. Been through the climax, now it's time to climb out to the resolution of a revolution. No watered down substitutions. This year I'm about to break through. You could say there was an intrusion. I've seen a lot of setbacks, anybody can expect that. Well, goodbye to the jet lag. I'm blasting off with no jetpack. Had to let it go cause my heart was frozen. Being closed in, now my heart is open. Glory to the Most High, I know I'm chosen by the words He's spoken. You scold my faith, you showing hate. Still I remain unfazed, no debate, no need to judge. God holds my case. Despite your shade, I proceed to motivate. You scold my faith, you showing hate. Still I remain unfazed, no debate, no need to judge. God holds my case. Despite your shade, I proceed to motivate. Told me it was a short season in the long journey of my life. When everything wasn't bright, those words became a light to see me through the dark places. Finding hope in Mark's phrases softened up my whole heart when I was stuck in hard places. I'm on top now, too high to be chopped down. You'd think I was an officer, the way I refuse a cop out. Been at the bottom too long to become comfy. In the zone to find my tone and make sure nobody takes it from me. This is my mission, to make change despite opposition. Don't you ever think I'm weak the moment you hear I'm a Christian. Cause everything is not always what it may seem. Keep messing with me and I'll blow up and blast you into smithereens. Back and forth they been pacing, waiting to see me start breaking. Here's the news that they're facing, that's out of the equation. They can keep hating, all I say is get behind me, Satan. The strength inside gives me the drive and to keep motivating. You scold my faith, you showing hate. Still I remain unfazed, no debate, no need to judge. God holds my case. Despite your shade, I proceed to motivate. You scold my faith, you showing hate. Still I remain unfazed, no debate, no need to judge. God holds my case. Despite your shade, I proceed to motivate. All I ever wanna be is an example. I can't do that if all I do is ramble. If I tell these kids to do the things that I won't, I'm not a leader, I'm a tyrant sitting on his throne. I've seen too many of those from when I was a child. Because of that, I always vow to go the extra mile, to go where most people don't think is expedient. If I wouldn't want them to do it, then why would I proceed with it? I think kids should be given a voice to speak up for what they believe. It's much more than some noise, they have feelings just like us. Don't tell them to quit it. If you think they should only be seen, you better zip it. Can't stand those methods, I won't accept it. They are priceless, they are precious, they're neglected, disrespected, need revival, I know the medic. I'm indebted, not elected, can't shut them up, I don't care who said it. You think I'm wrong, well, you just got corrected. I feel the passion cause I know how it feels for nobody to take action, so your thoughts are concealed. It makes me sick to my stomach when I see these kids mistreated, making them feel defeated and simply incompleted. Parents want their kids to listen and to only be silent, but if they listen and not vice versa, then who's defiant? Striving to break these habits that are nothing but tragic. The youth need someone to speak up, so like my flow, my response is rapid. I'm not telling kids to disobey, I just tell them how I feel cause I believe they feel the same way. What you want, what you feel, what you have to say, it's important later, but it's just as much today. Strive to help the youth by using my own. No disrespect, but I don't care if you don't like my tone. They are not alone, that is a fact. The youth are the future, so let's stop holding them back. I just wanna help the youth. I will stand up for the youth. I will listen to the youth. They're one of the reasons why I do what I do. We still standing, people glancing, wishing we would start dismantling. Youth is truth, you can't ban them, praying this becomes an anthem for the kids who feel like they've been pushed to the side. Cause I've been where you're at, you're probably asking why you're in the position you're in. You got torn nerves now, but one day you'll look back and see how it all worked out. I ain't seeking attention, I don't want your applause. I'm just striving to be the example I wish I saw. One who stands up for what's right even when it's difficult. To speak up for the youth is to be a true adult. You try to keep them suppressed, you don't believe they're depressed, cause they ain't lived long enough to know what it means to stress. If we stop restraining kids from seeking excellence, maybe less of them would grow up to become pessimists. It's this kind of junk that makes me want to play the part. No matter how old I get, I will always stay a kid at heart. Strive to help the youth by using my own. No disrespect, but I don't care if you don't like my tone. They are not alone, that is a fact. The youth are the future, so let's stop holding them back. I just wanna help the youth. I will stand up for the youth. I will listen to the youth. They're one of the reasons why I do what I do.
Dancing on the beat.
Always try to go at my own pace. Never know how far I've come till I take time to retrace. Just a little chubby boy from McDowell County. Eventually learned the game despite all the fouls around me. Always felt less than everybody else, cause everyone had a talent, mine was bad health. My thinking's been different since my early years. I can understand if people think that I'm weird, but I'm just tired of sitting here in the shadows, crying my heart out and no one listens, it's so shallow. Well, now it's time for me to come to the light. You never seen me before? Well, I'm right up in your sight. I've been doing this for a while, you just ain't heard the message. Now I'm up to your ears, it's your choice to accept it. Back then people used to look at me like I was pitiful. Now that Christ has changed my life, I've become invincible. No longer will I be invisible, coming out of this realm into the physical. Not by my strength, I am only typical. It's by the power, solely spiritual, that I'm invincible. 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 I'm invincible.
Being a dad got you thinking lesser of me, but I still crush an MC while I'm watching Sesame Street with my daughter. Even though I'm a father who follows the father, I go off when I'm feeling bothered. You don't wanna test me, my aura is that of a celebrity. Clearly you fans don't wanna wash your ears after hearing me. How can a believer who spits like a preacher leave a booth sipping juice as this world goes into a seizure? Whoa dude, slow, I've been doing this since 020. All I know is quick wit, deliver a 6-bit, rip quick, grab a body bag. Even after 6 kids, I'll still kill a track, then it's like zip. Y'all lost your noodles if you're trying to come off the top rhyming. Going for this sack like a linebacker, stop trying. Invincible on the mic, invincible through Christ. Hit the sub, give a like, I'm out, adios, good night.
No longer will I be invisible, coming out of this realm into the physical. Not by my strength, I am only typical. It's by the power, solely spiritual, that I'm invincible. 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 They say high school is the best years you'll ever see. Everyone has an opinion, mine is that I disagree. When I met my wife, that's when most of the rubble started to come together in the presence of my life's puzzle. 3 years later, we got married and said I do. That was the moment that I knew my joy grew. I'm living my best life as I continue my path, but I went through a lot of hell to get where I'm at. I put my cross on my back along with all of my pain. Should've put it in God's hands, but still I refrained. People's rejection got harder to maintain. Self-image issues used to be glued to my brain. I couldn't sustain, I had to drop my burdens. That's when God reminded me I was only a person. That's not an excuse to keep making mistakes. It's just a reminder I'm invincible through His strength. Dear pain and anger, I write you this letter, and based on the header, it's pretty clear that we can no longer be together. Our ties are severed. We've been through a lot. You saw me in all my high places and in all my low spots. You hid yourself so well, I didn't know you were even present. It was you alone that always told me I was a peasant. You brought up my mistakes long after they had occurred. You say forgive others but not myself. That's why my vision is blurred. Deep in the corners of my heart, you were spread like a virus, infected my DNA. I can see it in my iris. You want my soul, but that's taken. Think you can take it, you're mistaken. You've tried a couple times, but always failed. I can tell you're shaking, cause this time I mean it. I can tell you sense it. You're expelled from my life. You are not just suspended. You cannot control me. Your power's vanquished. I give you to my God. His peace is what you've been replaced with. Look inside this envelope. On this note are the words I wrote. Make sure to savor each line, cause they're the last ones you'll ever quote. Try to keep me low, but all you did was increase my hope. Your reign is now over. Hope you like getting soaked. These are the last words I'll ever give you. The last words to ever hit you. The last words before you leave, and it's not I'll miss you. The last words I'll ever give you. The last words to ever hit you. The last words to all your mind games and all your issues. Dear regret, I hope you listen to the first verse, cause this letter goes to you too. All you did was make me hurt. And what's worse, you always told me it could have been different. You made sure you told me I'll never know, cause my mistakes have been stitched in. Both pain and anger, made sure they learned that tactic from you. That's why it felt worse, cause I always suffered triple abuse. Well, my God is greater, and through all of these past seasons, He's shown me He's not done with me. That's the hope I believe in. I can't change my past, but I've learned from it. So when I think of it, I won't let it make me plummet. I'm at the top of the summit. By God, I've been summoned. You lost your strength the very moment I let the sun in. You acted like you had strength, but it was all a bluff. You're weak and feeble, pure evil, and your time is up. I gave you to my God, and that's when His Spirit drew near. Mark my words, cause they're the last ones you'll ever hear. Look inside this envelope. On this note are the words I wrote. Make sure to savor each line, cause they're the last ones you'll ever quote. Try to keep me low, but all you did was increase my hope. Your reign is now over. Hope you like getting soaked. These are the last words I'll ever give you. The last words to ever hit you. The last words before you leave, and it's not I'll miss you. The last words I'll ever give you. The last words to ever hit you. The last words to all your mind games and all your issues.
Dancing on the beat.
It's been a long journey, can't say it was all pleasant, but you gotta go through hell to appreciate heaven. Been around dark shadows, in the dark valleys, trying to find light when I felt trapped in the dark alleys. Found the light in the tunnel, though the rubble surrounds me. I soar through it, cause with wings is how God mounts me. I see my reflection, and I see a man of God. The only shadow I see now is the one from the hand of God. I look in the mirror, and I finally recognize the person I am. I will stand and rise, cause I have a story that I vow to tell. As I've reflected, God has shown me all is well. I look in the mirror, and I finally recognize the person I am. I will stand and rise, cause I have a story that I vow to tell. As I've reflected, God has shown me all is well. This whole process has been nothing but therapeutic. Didn't know if I could do it, but God gave me strength to get through it. When I thought I blew it, God said it wasn't the end. When I thought my season was up, He told me the best was yet to begin. I let go of my doubts and choose to have faith. To see in order to believe is not what it's gonna take. God said He's with me, I need only be still. He has never failed me, and I know He never will. I look in the mirror and I finally recognize the person I am. I will stand and rise, cause I have a story that I vow to tell. As I've reflected, God has shown me all is well. I look in the mirror and I finally recognize the person I am. I will stand and rise, cause I have a story that I vow to tell. As I've reflected, God has shown me all is well. Time to say goodbye to all the luggage I've carried. To know I'm finally letting go. I won't lie, it's kinda scary, but the past is the past. It's time to leave it there. It's time to move forward. Time to climb the stairs. I see my breakthrough. God, I wanna say thank you for getting me through this mess. Even when I disgraced you, still you love me and exchange my pain for peace and rest. All I ask now, Lord, is for you to be the one I reflect. I look in the mirror and I finally recognize the person I am. I will stand and rise, cause I have a story that I vow to tell. As I've reflected, God has shown me all is well. I look in the mirror and I finally recognize the person I am. I will stand and rise, cause I have a story that I vow to tell. As I've reflected, God has shown me all is well.
It's getting serious on this track, fam.
Don't get it twisted, this ain't to brag or boast, but we should celebrate, so I propose a toast. This song is dedicated to anyone who can relate. The ones who pressed on when they thought they were about to break. Couldn't catch a break, couldn't win for losing, but you didn't let that stop you. You kept moving through your depression, through all your trials. You've come so far and God knows it took a while. You're on the other side, pop that confetti. I wasn't kidding when I said they wasn't ready. Pain comes in the night, well here comes the morning. I see the sun ascending where it once was storming. The mountain's gone, nowhere to be seen. In its place are the gleams of sunbeams. Footprints lay from where my giant stood. They have left for good, just as God said they would. If you feel the way I do, then congratulations. We have this peace where our problems were stationed. They've rolled out, never to return now. And if they try, then they better turn around. Tried to knock us down, it could have gotten gory. Little did we know, things would change shortly. Not alone when I say God intervened for me. We made it through and we lived to tell the story. Trials past, rose from ash. Raise your glass, free at last. Trials past, rose from ash. Raise your glass, free at last. We made it, 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 we made it. Thank God we made it. If you're struggling, I hope this is soothing for you. Despite the odds against you, I am rooting for you. You have my support. Life can be hard to sort, but it'll all work out if you give it to the Lord. Don't abort, please don't quit. Persevere and submit. I can't lie to you and tell you it'll happen quick. It'll get better in time, that's a promise. But if you let it beat you, you will not see what's beyond this. Let's be honest, I can't fully grasp what you're going through. If I knew, I'd probably gasp. But I do know you were made for greater than to give in to your problems and allow them to wage you. You're made by the Creator, and He longs to save you. You will make it, just look at He who made you. You feel hurt, angry, anxious, and lonely, but this is all leading you to your testimony. Trials past, rose from ash, raise your glass, free at last. Trials past, rose from ash, raise your glass, free at last. We made it, 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 we made it. Thank God we made it.